Hi everyone, welcome back to Dramatic Budgets. If this is your first time here, then my name's Lisa and I'm on a debt-free and hopefully savings journey to get rid of what started out as just under £11,000 worth of debt. If you have been with me before, then thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. So guys, this is a late video. It is Sunday and I'm about to sit down and sort out all my check-in and everything, and I realise I still haven't done my debt update for July. So it's like a week late, but it's fine. So I am going to do you my debt update, and then I'm actually going to just talk you through my dice challenge that I've completed as well, just so that I've got that out of the way, so that you know, when I get paid next week, I'll be able to get that sorted for you in the bank, and I can pay what I'm going to use it for. So debt tracker. So this month it's a little bit different because I have credit card 1 is coming to an end for the 0%. So I've taken out a new credit card and transferred as much as I could over to that one. The amount left on the first credit card, I thought my minimum payment was going to cover, but actually when I've just looked at it, it looks like they've cancelled the minimum payment because technically most of the debt's been paid. So that's where the dice challenge is going to come in. So what I've done is the new credit card and credit card 1, I've kind of amalgamated the funds together just for this month, and then hopefully by next month it'll all be sorted and it'll make more sense, if that makes sense. So we are in July, so I'm just going to pull you down a little bit if I can. So we of course only have the 3 now because my car loans are paid. So credit card 1 this month has got £6,397.78, which is a lovely lower figure than what we had. Credit card 2 has got £209 in it, which again is a lovely lower figure. And my Freeman's account has got £51.39, which is more than I had last month, but it's just due to the interest that's gone on. I think when I did this last month, the interest hadn't gone on, so my minimum payment was only about £5 this month, but obviously that's because of the interest payment. So yeah, so that's why it looks like I've got more, but it's an interest payment, is that, rather than me spending on it. So that is a total of £6,658.17, which is great stuff. It's nearly the most that I've ever, it's nearly more. Yeah, I don't know how I've worked that one out, but yeah. So £6,658.17, which means I have now paid a total of £4,255.45. I've just realised that makes absolutely no sense with that. So I'm just going to check my calculations. 6,397.78 plus 209 plus 51.39. So that's right, but that's less than that. So I am confused because I've just realised. Did I do it right last month? Let's have a look. Yeah, so I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done, because that's actually less total than that. I don't know. Oh no, it's supposed to be less total. Total debt. Ugh. Oh God, sorry guys. It's been a bit of a week. But yeah, I'll explain more in my check-in, but it's been a bit of a week. Yeah, so I've actually paid a total, that is my total debt. So what I've paid off is £4,255.45, which means I have paid off 38.99% of my debt, which is great because we are back on track This is the highest I've paid off because the last time was 38.87, so it's a little bit higher, so we're sorted. I really am sorry. I am so, it's been a week, and my brain, I'm actually filming this at like 8:30 at night, which I usually like to get it out the way a bit earlier, but I haven't been able to. So that is my debt update, so I'm really happy with that. I'm back up to you know, the highest amount, so I'm really happy with that one. So the dice challenge, so this is the money from the dice challenge, but if you haven't been with me before, it is from this savings challenge from Budget with Ira. Now I have been doing this nearly 2 years. I know that because this coming week will be 2 years since I started my YouTube challenge, and I'm pretty sure I started it when I started YouTube. So yeah, this normally I think does saves you £1,050 in total, but I haven't saved that. So I have got £570 in the bank, and then I've got 20, 40, 60, 85, 86, 87, 88, and then £89.30. So, which means I've actually got a total of £659.30. So, which obviously isn't the right amount, but that's because of these. So, as I've said before, I have, if needs be, I'm just going to move that to one side, I have used the money in this dice challenge if I've needed it for anything. So if anything's come up, I've kind of used this instead of like my emergency fund, when my emergency fund was depleted and didn't have anything. So we've got things from December 2022 when my boiler went, January of 23 when I needed money for the car service, you know, money last year that I needed for my holiday that I hadn't saved, my windows when they went, my boiler service. I put £50 used because I can't remember what I used it for. And again, £25. So in total, I've actually spent £362 of what I'd saved. So in total, with this challenge, I've managed to save £1,021.30. I don't know how I've ended up with 30 pence, but I have. But obviously it is not the full amount. But in total, with what is in the bank and this here, I have managed to save £659.30, which, you know, isn't as much as I wanted, but I've used it. I've used the money out of here when I've needed it. And that's what our challenges are all about. You know, we say it all the time. I've seen lots of different people, you know, budgeters on YouTube that have sort of said, you know, when they've emptied all their challenges out because they've needed the money, and you do feel bad for doing that because at the end you kind of think, oh, but if I'd have carried on with it, I would have had X, Y, I had this amount of money. But I needed my car servicing, I needed my windows fixed, I needed my boiler fixing. These are all things that, you know, normally once my now that I've got a decent emergency fund and nearly to the end of that, I'd use my emergency fund for, but I just can't do that when I had nothing. You know, I used my emergency fund for a broken boiler a couple of years ago, so when it needed fixing again and I didn't have that emergency fund there, it's like, what do you do? So yes, so we've got £659.30. So with my challenges, what I tend to do with them is I put half the money into holiday and half the money towards debt, just because holiday is my holiday with my other half is the one thing that I do every year, and I'm not gonna stop doing that because it's not fair on him, and quite frankly I work all year round and save all year round for everything, so that is my sort of like 10 days of just chill. So yeah, so that's not so that's why I put half into those, so that I can maybe not have to put as much money towards holidays because I've already got it in my savings challenges, and then You know, we can always put things towards other stuff. So because there's £659.30, obviously that's not, I'm not going to half that totally, let's be honest, because half of that is £329.65. Yeah, so what I will probably do is I'm going to look at paying some of my debt off. So I've got like 300 odd pounds here that's going to go towards debt. So I'm going to, at the end of the month, once I've got paid, I will pay off my Freeman's completely, so that'll be just over £50 ish. So I'll pay off the Freeman's completely, and then I'll use the rest towards what's left on that first credit card to get that off as well, so that we can be back down to 2 credit cards. But also it means that the Freeman's account will be gone and I can close that, which means that once that's gone, I can then start thinking about setting up a sinking fund for clothes, which is what I said I'd do right at the beginning, because the reason I used to have a Very account as well as a Freeman's account, and they only ever went on things like summer clothes, and you know, so to have that a clothes sinking fund I think would help, because even if I don't buy things a lot of the time now, I don't need to wear my uniform as much for work, so it'd be nice to have a few work clothes. You know, I do need some new sort of trainers and things like that, so it'd be nice just to have a bit of a backup and be able to sort of go and spend money on clothes if I see them, rather than sort of what usually happens, you always see things, don't you, when you haven't got any money, and then when you do have any money you don't find anything that you like. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to do with that savings challenge. So I'll pop it all back in here, and then hopefully this time next month you will see the changes in my debts, and hopefully we can get it to the point where the Freeman's account is gone, my credit cards are at the lowest and not having to be used, fingers crossed. Yeah, and just kind of do that, so that when we start doing the savings challenges that I've got going at the minute, you know, we can kind of keep chipping away at these debts a little bit at a time, as I normally do, and then when we've got a savings challenge, hopefully there might be a bit of a chunk going off it. So yeah, like I said, this is 2 years in the making. It's not as much, you know, I would have loved to have had the £1,050 to, you know, pretty much, you know, get rid of a whole credit card and my Freeman's and everything else, but unfortunately that's not the way life works, is it? So so yes, so that is that update. So I'll pop this back in here as well, and then we can sort that out when we get paid. The reason I do it when I get paid is just because I don't see the point in putting this money into my account to then get a load of money out at the end of the month to stuff all my monthlies and stuff. So I might as well leave this till the end of the month, and then we can just change it about in the account and not have to take this money back out. So yeah, so that is what we are doing for that. Thank you so much guys for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. There is a notification bell if you want to know about any more of my videos when they go out, and of course there is the comment section down below if you would like to pop something on. I apologize for my nails. I've started with this new not glam drip, this new nail dipping, and this is my second attempt, but they've been on about a week, so they're kind of getting a bit scratchy now, but yeah. So I apologize. Hopefully not for this set of videos, but hopefully by next week they'll be looking a little bit better. Hope you've had a lovely weekend guys, and I will see you all very soon. Till then, take care. Bye.